sporting commentator in the business. And I don't just mean motorsport, we're talking sport. From starting his career alongside the legendary Murray Walker to being a driving force of the Formula One coverage across BBC and Sky, with an insight and a seemingly magical access that no other Formula One presenter could match. You may even refer to him, if you're an endurance racer, by the name of Alex Brundle. You may just know him as Dad. So, however you recognise him, I am very delighted and honoured to say he's here right now to take you through the next segment. Make some noise, Traflagar Square, for the legendary Martin Brundle. Martin.
Hello everybody. Wonderful to see such an enormous crowd. What a grid walk this would be if I could come down there and have a chat with you. You know, if we didn't have fans, there would be no motorsport. There'd be no manufacturers, there'd be no sponsors, partners, no TV coverage. Because of you, we have fantastic motor racing, and Formula One is at its peak as far as I'm concerned. Anybody here got any tickets for Silverstone this weekend? Good stuff. Anybody been to see F1 the movie with Brad Pitt so far? Did you like it?
No, not yet. We're going on the weekend.
Good stuff. Excellent. So we're all in a very, very good mood then. So my personal welcome to McLaren Racing Live here in London, celebrating a legacy at speed. You know what's coming out a little bit later on. You've met one driver already. Other drivers from McLaren we'll be talking to a little bit later on. And all sorts of things happening up here. The bosses are going to be up here. The boss of Formula One himself, thew, is coming along a little bit later on as well. But you are at the right party. McLaren are leading both world championships. First and second in the drivers, of course, comfortably first in the team's championship. And that means a very good moment then to introduce the ever calm, professional, pragmatic team principal of McLaren. A man who has been integral to the incredible turnaround of this team that's outstanding for any sport, let alone Formula One. So they're the reigning world champions, of course, McLaren, but they're very, very strong again this year. So after this short video, I want you to give your biggest welcome to Mr. Andrea Stella.
Welcome to the stage, Andrea.
Hi everyone. Martin.
Andrea,
Wow.
What a reception.
Wow, wow, wow. This is Martin, pure, loud papaya energy.
Certainly got plenty of that.
Thank you everyone for being here today. Thank you.
Well, let's get straight into the race in Austria just a few days ago. What an amazing race that was. A little bit tense. And can I say straight away, I hope, if you don't mind me saying on behalf of the fans, thank you for letting your drivers race.
We are racers, Martin. We are racers. We love racing. We want to see our drivers racing each other. We want to make sure that we race for the P1, P2, possibly. And then we like to see our drivers racing with sportsmanship, with fairness, with respect. And that's what Lando and Oscar do for us.
Now, inevitably, and you said this earlier in the season, there will be contact. They're both incredibly fast drivers at the top of their game. Your car's fast, and of course we saw that in Canada, and it took a bit of managing down, I imagine.
Well, you know what? The episode in Canada was just a little misjudgment. Nobody wanted to flex the muscles. That was just a benign situation. But every situation of that kind always gives you the opportunity to get better. And we have, after the review, after the conversations, we have an even more united team. I think we know each other even better and a stronger team. And this was immediately demonstrated in Austria. So I think it was one of those important cases in which you can turn a situation into a positive.
I mean, there's a life lesson, isn't it, for everybody? And I think explains very well why McLaren are so strong at the moment. So what is your view of the 2025 season so far?
Well, it's a season that so far has gone beyond expectation, let me say. We've been certainly very, very competitive, 8 victories. We have just upgraded the car in Austria. There will be further upgrades coming. We want to continue with this kind of, thank you very much. We want to continue with this kind of momentum and give our fans more reasons to enjoy, more reasons to be proud of being a Papaya fan.
Good stuff. I mean, that's new news to me. You're still going to keep upgrading the car, because we all expected maybe with such big changes for next year, you'd have to draw a line under it and race whatever you got.
Well, in reality, we have drawn a line pretty much in these days in terms of development in background at the factory, but then there's a lead time between when you stop development and when the upgrades land trackside. So in terms of upgrades landing trackside, we have some more new stuff coming for the next races, so we definitely should be seeing a McLaren even more competitive, if possible. Formula One is never stop racing, never stop development. This is the mindset. As soon as you stop development, it's like you're moving backwards. That's certainly not that we intend to do.
You might have just broken some hearts on the pit wall there with that information. So you've worked with some great world champions in Michael Schumacher, Kimi Raikkonen, Fernando Alonso. You even had a day working with Valentino Rossi, we're going to say.
Yeah.
When you
great experience.
Absolutely. So tell us about the 2 young drivers you've got fighting for their first World Championships. Tell us about their talent. Tell us about their qualities.
Well, Lando and Oscar are just incredible drivers, so talented, so capable of developing day after day, which is the most important quality of all the names you said, is always the concept of development. You always need to get better tomorrow than you are today. This is one trait in common to the Michael Schumacher, Fernando Alonso, Kimi Raikkonen, that I had the luck to work with, certainly Valentino Rossi, and I see the same in Lando and Oscar, always trying to get better. Oscar is a very, very calm, very cool guy. There's no noise in his head. He has this great characteristic, like there's not much noise in his head. He's so focused on driving, so focused on being a race driver, and he has improved so much from last year. Lando is just a unique talent, Lando is a fantastic individual, fantastic person, and with both of them is, for me as a team principal, I'm enjoying the journey with Lando and Oscar. I'm enjoying it from a sporting, racing, Formula One point of view, but I'm also enjoying it from a human point of view. They bring such a great values to the team. They bring the values, I don't need to convince them what fairness is, what respect is, what sportsmanlike is. They know, they bring it. And that's why I think we are lucky as a team, but I think we are also lucky as a fans that our drivers are Lando and Oscar.
Of course, racing drivers are just the final link in the chain of any team. We're the lucky ones that get up on the podium and maybe get the champagne, but behind you is a great number of people. How many people are in the McLaren Formula One team at the moment, and how do you keep everybody focused on that one goal?
Yeah, that should be a good question to pose. How many people do you think is in a Formula One team? It's many. It's many. Is about 1,000 people. 1,000 people, because in a Formula One team you have to design the car, to produce the car, you have the logistic, you have many different departments. For instance, to design a car it's 300 people. To go racing with a car is 100 people. So there's many people behind the success of McLaren. But certainly part of this team is also our sponsors, our technical partners, and today, let me say, I could appreciate how much behind us as part of the team we have our great Papaya fans. Once again, thank you very much.
Absolutely. So what is your strategy for the second half of the season? I mean, Silverstone amazingly is halfway point this weekend.
Well, the main strategy is to keep doing what we are doing, which is not only in terms of trying to achieve the same results, but also have the same determination. We need to maximize the potential of what's available, the performance. We have seen in Canada that as soon as you drop the ball, you don't win anymore. So winning is not to be given for granted. Winning is something that you have to earn. You have to earn in terms of preparation, you have to earn on the ground. So the mission for the second part of the season is to go, try and do our best, trying to maximize our potential and keep winning races, keep giving our fans plenty of emotions.
Let's just walk a mile in your shoes. We see you, yes, a round of applause I think is very welcome and worthy there. So we see you up on the pit wall, the camera's burning a hole in the back of your head. When something's happened, good or bad, on track, are you feeling under pressure? Are you nervous? You don't tap your foot, you don't have outward emotions, but how do you keep that all inside?
Just because I can hide very well. Of course, it's many emotions that flow inside ourselves when you are at the people, like anybody else, like all our fans watching from the television on wherever they are part of the event. At the same time, for us, it's our profession. You need to be very professional, you need to be very rational, you need to make the good decision, you need to make sure that the team operates in the best emotional space. So it's like the surgeon when he operates, like you have to be professional, you have to be calm, it's part of the requirements. We try to do that at our best, but not always that's the case.
All right, let's talk about Silverstone this weekend. We've already seen quite a lot of people are going to be there cheering you along. What can we expect from McLaren and your main rivals?
Okay, thank you for the suggestion. Silverstone will be an exciting event. I would say that probably we will be less dominant than Austria because of the track characteristics, because it should be a little colder. Austria was a really very good track layout for us. The hot conditions help the strength of our car. I think in Silverstone we will see Mercedes closer to us, Ferrari closer to us, Red Bull. So I think it will be definitely exciting racing, tight racing. There may be also some rain, some weather conditions, which will make it even more entertaining. We go there for the win, of course. We go there to see some more exciting racing between Lando and Oscar, or between Lando and Oscar and our rivals. Yes, so please keep supporting us, please keep cheering us. And the incredible thing about Silverstone is when the crowd cheers. It's such a big, loud, how you call it, noise. Like it's big. Like the sounds in Silverstone from the crowd are big. It's really a great emotion, and I hope that we will give great reasons, good reasons for our crowd to cheer us.
Can you just explain to us, you said corners in Austria suited you better than corners at Silverstone. How do we explain that?
Well, Formula One cars, like they have normally some operating windows in which they give their best. It's very difficult to make a car that is the best in low speed, in medium speed, in high speed corners, in braking. It's difficult. Normally you try to make a car that is good in pretty much all kind of corners, but there will be corners in which the car excels. And in our case, the corners around 200 kph, the car is really strong. And in Austria there are four corners out of the 6-7 corners that are around 200 kph.
140 miles an hour.
Yeah, 140 miles, yeah. And that's where our drivers can make the difference. And also, for instance, like I said before, our engineers have done such a good job of making the car very good from a cooling system point of view, but also when the tires get hot, our car interacts with the tires very well. So in hot conditions overall, we have very good performance. So there's a set of conditions in which we can have a little bit of an advantage compared to our rivals. But here in Silverstone, with the cold condition, with some low speed, some very high speed, I think the situation will be just more leveled and balanced.
So there you have it, when you see different performances over different racetracks and understand why the Mercedes is particularly confusing, isn't it?
Yeah, we've seen them in Canada winning with quite convincingly, and then almost disappearing in Austria. Very weird.
Exactly. So as reigning world champions, you've already, as we're moving into towards the end of this discussion with Andrea now, final question to you, Andrea. As reigning world champions, you've already added to the legacy of this amazing team. It goes back to 1963 with Bruce McLaren. What does the future hold here? Where do you see McLaren going into future seasons?
Well, Martin, you mentioned a word that is so important for me personally and for the McLaren Formula One team, which is legacy. Legacy, like we continue the work that some great people have started before us. You mentioned Bruce McLaren and the likely of Ayrton Senna, Alain Prost, all the success and the trophies that we have in the cabinet at the MTC in walking. And for us is so important. We feel so privileged. We feel the responsibility of carrying forward this legacy. And for us it's just an incredible moment when we see that we are capable of adding trophies to the cabinet. And we have added so many trophies recently that we will have to increase the cabinet. Like we have to make a bigger cabinet. So that's this is one thing that for me personally is pure joy, thinking that we are contributing to the legacy. And the intent, the objective, the mission is very clear. We want to continue adding many trophies in the cabinet. We want to continue adding success to the legacy of McLaren for the years to come. That's our mission.
Okay, let me tell you, inside the paddock, this man has so much respect for his professionalism and the way he goes about his business, the way he goes about Formula One. Let's hear it for Andrea Stella.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks for your support. Thank you.